Welcome student. This is the another class. So in this class we will read the structure of atom chapter. Okay. So you know in the structure of atom, first atom has different subatomic particles like electron, proton, neutrons are present. Yes or no? And electron, proton, neutron, these are also discovered by different scientists part. This part you have learned in earlier classes. Okay. So first we will read what is the meaning of isotopes, isobars, isotons, isoelectronic, then isostars, isomorphous, isolobal and isodiaphragm. Because these are short questions and in a NEET exam these are also questions are coming. Clear? So first, what is the meaning of isotopes? Isotopes, you know, elements having same atomic number but different mass number, these are called isotopes. Clear? Suppose example you see carbon 612, carbon 613, carbon 614, these are isotopes. Yes or no? Similarly hydrogen 1H1, 1H2, 1H3, protium, deuterium, tritium. Clear? So you see, suppose if you take this example, so here electron 111, proton 111, neutron what? 0, 1 and 2. That means isotopes have same number of electrons, same number of protons, but neutrons are different. So due to presence of same number of electrons, isotopes have same chemical properties but different physical properties. Clear? Same chemical properties but different physical properties. So this is called what? Isotopes. Clear? Okay. Then next part is what is the meaning of isobar? Okay. So isobar means elements having same mass number, different elements having same mass number but different atomic number. Yes or no? So elements having same mass number but different atomic number. Okay, so here you see, suppose one example, carbon 614, nitrogen 714. So mass number are same but atomic numbers are different. So that's why elements having same mass number but different atomic number, these are called isobars. Similarly you see, suppose argon 1840, calcium 2040. So these are what? Isobars. So here you see, if you take this example, so here number of electrons 6, 7, proton 6, 7, neutron 8, here neutron 7. That means isobars have different electron, different proton and different number of neutron. So that's why isobar, their physical and chemical properties are different because different elements are present, right? So this is called isobar. Okay. Next part is what is the meaning of isotons? What is the meaning of isotons? So isoton means elements having elements having same number of neutron, elements having same number of neutron, yes or no, are called isoton. Elements having same number of neutron are called isotons. So neutron same, you see, carbon suppose 6 13, nitrogen 7 14. So here number of neutron equals to mass number minus atomic number. So 13 minus 6, how much? 7. 14 minus 7, 7. So here neutrons are set. That means these two are isotons. Clear? Another example, suppose you see calcium 20 40, potassium 19 39. So 20 minus, so here number is 20, here also number is 20. That means calcium and potassium, these are what? Isotons. Okay, understood? So this is the meaning of isotons. So here also physical and chemical properties are different. Clear? Then next is, what is the meaning of isoelectronic? Isoelectronic. So isoelectronic means electrons are same. Okay, so ions having same number of electrons, are called isoelectronic. Ions having same number of electrons are called isoelectronic. Suppose you see nitrogen N3 minus, like this will write N3 minus, O2 minus, F minus, Na plus, Mg2 plus, Al3 plus. Clear? So here number of electrons 7 plus 3, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, like this. That means we can say these are isoelectronic. Understood? So the ions having same number of electrons, these are called isoelectronic. Maybe cation, maybe anion, maybe neutral also. Understood? So this is the meaning of isoelectronic. Then next part is, what is the meaning of isosters? What is the meaning of isosters? So ions or molecules having same number of electron and same number of atoms. Okay, isosters means ions or molecules having same number of electrons and same number of atoms. Electron and atoms both are what? Electrons are same, atoms are also same. You see, suppose NH4 plus and CH4. So here number of electron. So number of electron, nitrogen 7, hydrogen 4, 11 plus means 10, CH4 10. Here number of atoms, nitrogen 1, hydrogen 4, 5. Here also 5. Hence these are called, so ammonium ion and methane, these are called dash, these are called isosters. Okay, understood? So this is the meaning of isosters. Next is, what is the meaning of isomorphous? So isomorphous means the ionic compound in which the cation and anion, they have same number of electrons or same number of electronic configuration. Understood? So you see, suppose sodium chloride, sodium atom number 11, here plus means electron 10, Cl means 18. So 10 means 28, 18 means 288. Understood? So these are not isomorphous. But if you will take potassium chloride potassium plus chlorine minus. So 19 means 18. Here also 18. So these are isomorphous. Magnesium oxide. Magnesium 12. 2 plus, oxygen 2 minus. So 10, 10. Isomorphous. So NaCl is not isomorphous, but potassium chloride is isomorphous. Magnesium oxide is isomorphous. So the ionic compound in which the cation and anion they have same electronic configuration, then these are called isomorphous. Okay. Then next part is, what is the meaning of isolobal? Isolobal. Isolobal means molecules having same hybridization are called isolobal. Molecules having same hybridization are called isolobal. In bonding chapter you know, methane, carbon hybridization is sp3, ammonia, nitrogen hybridization is sp3, water, oxygen hybridization is sp3. So they are isolobal. Got the idea? So the molecules having same number of hybridization, these are called isolobal. Clear? Next is, what is the meaning of isodiapher? So isodiapher means the nucleides having same difference of neutron and proton. The nucleides having same neutron and proton, these are called isodiapher. So next theory is, what is the meaning of electromagnetic radiation theory, or this is called EMR. And this theory was proposed by scientist Clerk Maxwell in year 1864. Okay, so first listen, what is the meaning of electromagnetic radiation? Suppose, for example, if we take one example, see, if we take one hot iron rod, okay, so if we take hot iron rod and if we place anywhere, yes or no, then we can say the hot iron rod loses what? So the hot iron rod loses heat energy, yes or no? So that's why any substance in the universe, yes or no, they radiate some energy. This is called a radiant energy. Any substance, yes or no? So that's why, what are the different postulates of electromagnetic radiation theory? So the energy is emitted from any source is continuously in the form of radiation, which is called as radiant energy. Okay, so according to EMR theory, any substance when it radiate, energy is radiated, yes or no, from the source, it radiate energy continuously. But later on it was proved that this energy is discontinuous. Okay, so Maxwell said that the energy is continuously in the form of radiations or waves, which is known as radiant energy. And if you remember, in previous class also we have read, scientist Rutherford also explained, when the matter loses energy, it loses energy continuously. But after this theory, when new theory will come, yes or no, Planck's quantum theory will come, he said the energy loses what? Discontinuously. Right? This is the first part. Second part, the radiation possesses wave character and travel with the velocity of light. So when any body, any object, when radiate energy, yes or no, this radiation possesses wave character. Okay, and it travels with the velocity of light. Clear? Third, the waves do not require any material medium for propagation. So they can move in the speed of light, and they do not require any medium for propagation. So in the vacuum also they can propagate. Next, the radiation consisting of oscillating electric and magnetic field which are perpendicular to each other and also perpendicular to the direction of propagation. What is the meaning? Listen first. The radiation consists of oscillating electric and magnetic field which are perpendicular to each other and perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Clear? So what is the meaning? You see, first, so according to Rutherford, the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay? So any charge, you will remember like this, any charged body, when it rotates around another charged body, automatically it loses energy. This is the origin of what energy. Understood? So electron is negatively charged, nucleus is positively charged. So when the electrons are revolving around the nucleus, automatically it loses energy. So this loss of energy, this is called your radiant energy or a radiation. Okay? So this radiation, when the matter loses this energy of the radiation, it consisting of both electric and magnetic field. Earlier in lower class we have read, when the electrons are revolving any charged body, when rotate around another charged body, it produces both electric and magnetic field. Both electric and magnetic field. Clear? Again, any charged body, when it rotates around another charged body, it produces both electric and magnetic field. So this theory is telling that this radiant energy or the radiation consists of oscillating electric and magnetic field which are perpendicular to each other and also perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Suppose you see, if you plot a graph like this, okay, these are the three axes. Suppose you see three axes. So let this is the direction of propagation of wave. This is the direction of propagation of wave. Okay, so it produces, means radiation produces both oscillating electric field and a magnetic field. So you see, they are like this. You see, okay, like this. 3 dimension you see. So like this, suppose this is the 3 marker pen, one axis, another axis, another axis. So if this is the direction of propagation of wave, so oscillating electric field is like this, perpendicular. Oscillating magnetic field is like this. So that's why the radiation consists of both oscillating electric and magnetic field which are perpendicular to the direction of propagation, yes or no, and also perpendicular to each other. So this radiation possesses wave character, means so it has wave character. That means wave related terms like we know wavelength, yes or no, these are important terms. Wavelength, lambda, amplitude, yes or no, small a, velocity, v, t, time period, nu, frequency, nu bar, wave number. So these are the different terms what are associated with the wave character, means wave. So you see, when the wave propagates like this, yes or no? This is called crest and this is called trough. Crest and trough. Okay. So that's why first one is, what is the meaning of wavelength? Wavelength, you know, this is the smallest distance between two consecutive crests or two consecutive trough. This is known as wavelength or lambda. Yes or no? SI unit is meter, but actually wavelength it is expressed in nanometer, picometer, etc. Clear? Then next term is, what is the meaning of frequency? Okay, frequency you see, suppose if you start from this point and it will end in this point, this means it is a complete wave. So frequency means number of waves per second. Number of waves passing through a point in 1 second. This is known as what? Frequency. So what will be its unit? Cycles per second, or which is also known as hertz. Okay, so this is frequency, nu. Next is this is amplitude. So what is the meaning of amplitude? You see, amplitude defines the maximum height of the crest or the depth of the trough. This is known as what? Your amplitude. So its SI unit is also what? Meter, because it is the distance. Clear now? Okay, so lambda, shortest distance between two consecutive crest or trough. Frequency, number of cycles per second. Amplitude, maximum height or depth of the trough. Then what is V? Velocity, you know, displacement with respect to time. Clear? Then what is time period? Time period, you will remember. Time means to complete one wave. To complete one wave, how much time is required? So the time required to complete one wave, this is known as time period. Understood? Similarly, what is the meaning of wave number? Wave number, this is mathematically reciprocal of wavelength, or wave number equals to nu bar equals to 1 by lambda. Understood? Yes or no? So these are the different terms: time period, wave number, amplitude, velocity, frequency, and wavelength. Okay? Theoretically, wave number is defined as number of waves present in 1 centimeter of wave. In 1 centimeter of wave, how many number of complete waves are present? This is theoretically known as wave number. Mathematically, this is known as reciprocal of wavelength. This is known as wave number. Understood? Clear? And what is the relation? You will remember always like this: nu equals to C by lambda. Nu equals to C by lambda. Frequency equals to velocity of light divided by wavelength. Okay, so these are the what different wave character, different terms. Understood? Yes or no? So this is called your electromagnetic radiation. Understood? So you will see, if frequency is more, definitely the radiation wavelength is less, because it is C by lambda. That means the radiation whose frequency is more, definitely its wavelength is less, or wavelength is more, frequency is less. Understood? Yes or no? So this is called your electromagnetic radiation. And when we arrange all the radiations in a specific sequence, then this is known as electromagnetic spectrum. This is known as electromagnetic spectrum. So when we will arrange all the radiations in increasing wavelength or decreasing frequency, this is known as electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, the arrangement of different types of electromagnetic radiation in the increasing order of wavelength or decreasing order of frequency is called electromagnetic spectrum. So in the electromagnetic spectrum, always you will remember the first one is your cosmic ray, but cosmic ray is not an electromagnetic ray. But you will remember, because these rays are emitted from cosmos body. So first is cosmic ray. Then next is what is gamma ray. Okay. Then after gamma, next is X-ray. Next is UV. Next is visible. Next is IR. Next is microwaves. Next is radio waves. So these are the different what radiations. First is cosmic ray, gamma ray, X-ray, UV, visible, IR, microwaves, and radio waves. Understood? So when you arrange this, so definitely cosmic ray, its frequency is more, but its wavelength is very less. But radio waves, its frequency is more, frequency is less, but wavelength is more. Understood? So that's why you will remember this arrangement is known as electromagnetic spectrum. The arrangement of different types of electromagnetic radiation in the increasing order of wavelength or decreasing order of frequency is called. Yes or no? So understood? Its frequency more, its frequency less, its wavelength less, its wavelength more. Hence this is known as electromagnetic radiation. Clear? Cosmic ray obtained from cosmos body, heavenly bodies. Gamma ray, you know, it is produced by radioactive element. X-ray, it is produced by some certain pattern instrument. UV, visible, these are from sunlight. IR, any light, these are related to IR radiations. Radio waves, you know, big 92.7 FM. So radio waves, yes or no? Micro, so these are different types of radiations which are till now got discovered or we know. But always you remember, every substance they have some radiations. Yes or no? So these radiations are known as electromagnetic radiation, and the series is known as electromagnetic spectrum. Clear now?